Grace College, a tight-knit residential college community for young women needing accommodation while studying. Whether it be at sporting events or throughout everyday activity, Grace College members thrive on creating lasting friendships and bonds. As a result of the global pandemic last year, these bonds have been put to the test and strained. We spoke to the president of Grace College Student Club, Ellie Scoop Tunstall, to gain further insight into how the college was affected by the pandemic. Good morning, Ellie. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm 21, I'm from Tweed Heads originally, and I'm studying aerospace engineering.
And what is your role at Grace College?
So I'm president of the student club, which means that I help run the executive team and help out around the place to put on events and stuff like that. Life pre-COVID was very different to what it is now. It was very busy, always had something on, social, cultural, sporting, never a dull moment.
Much like the rest of the world, Grace College was forced to enter a lockdown as a result of COVID. Scoop knows perhaps better than anyone the full extent and effect this had on the college and its members who are confined in the isolation of their dorms. How do you think college life has changed since COVID?
Yeah, so slowed down a heap. We were able to help each other through the pandemic quite a bit. Even though we couldn't have our regular sport and cultural activities, we created our own fun in a way and had little internal competitions amongst ourselves. So there was a lot of restrictions. We of course had to social distance, and we had to, the dining hall where we used to sit 8 people per table, it was down to 2. So there was lots of restrictions in place in terms of social distancing. So during the pandemic, it was quite lonely at college. We sort of halved all our residents, so it was quite difficult not being able to see everyone, but at least there were still people around.
Not only did the pandemic affect Australian students living on college campus, but it's had a profound effect on the influx of international students due to travel restrictions. We discussed this issue with Montez to gain further insight.
My name is Rujing, or my fashion name is Montez. I come from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and I studied Bachelor of Health Science major in Public Health. My role is the resident assistant, or the RA. So basically I take care of the residents and build a bridge between the admin and the residents.
How has college life changed for you specifically as an international student because of COVID?
I think that staying in Australia was a tough decision because I'm away from my family, but I believe that it's the right decision because I can complete my studies here in Australia and have the full experience as an international student. I've been away from home for a little bit more than 2 years, so the last time I went home and saw my family was the end of 2019 before I flew back into Australia. I think the Grace community is really caring, and because we are so small and tight together, so it really felt like home.
Yeah, it really did help create a stronger sense of community. Coming out of it, we've all sort of become a little bit closer.
It is clear that Grace College has undergone a variety of changes to everyday life and has suffered as a result of COVID-19. With this in mind and the pandemic beginning to be contained, the question looms: how does Grace College view the future and envision college in a post-COVID world?
Once the borders open, I feel like that's going to be a big thing post-COVID for Grace, because more international students will be able to come in and more people just from interstate will be able to come in, and I think we're looking forward to that.
Community has got our residents through COVID, and community will be what we continue into the future, just with lots more activities and lots more opportunities because we don't have the same restrictions.
Just hoping everything goes back to normal, but with the close-knit community we've created over COVID.
Despite college life and culture undergoing immense changes as a result of this global pandemic, the future remains bright. Whatever the future does hold for this tight-knit college community, it is almost certain that the members will remain united.